Well, dude, what are we doing today, man?
Yeah, so today we're checking out the Slingshot Code. I know we did a review of it back in the fall, me and Dusty. What's up, guys? Pat with kiteboarding.com. Back here doing some more on the water testing. Today we got the 12-meter Slingshot Code, flowing about 16 to 17 knots out of the south here. Going on shore all day. Got some pretty choppy water. Yeah, I'll check the code out in the air. Man, kind of some first impression of the kite. Light in the bar, pretty reactive kite, good input. Yeah, really quick turn, doesn't take a lot of really rider impulse. Really been liking this kite. I've been flying it probably for the last couple months on and off. Really been a big fan of it though. It's a good, just kind of all around, do a bit of everything kite. Made our transition there. Head back out to the shop. I'll see if we can do some drinks for you guys. Say, it's not the windiest out here. That relaunch, super easy. Let the kite drift back downwind of me a little bit. Hold on one, lift the outside steering lines. Kite popped right up, rolled right over. So relaunch, 10 out of 10, super easy on her.
Oh yeah.
Yes, the 2023 Code V1. Just kind of doing a refresh on it. This kind of a 6-9 month update on it. This kind of give you guys an impression of how the kite's kind of vetted out. We've been riding it quite a bit. I know it's been in a lot of different people's cars here. I kind of just brought it back into my own truck recently and had a couple, 2-3 really good sessions on it and realized how great this kite actually was.
You guys, I remember you talking about it being one from Slingshot that you were like, yeah, I'm stoked on this. Like, this isn't, nobody's twisting our arm here and saying, like, oh, you got to say good things about stuff. It's just, we tend to speak from the heart on whatever it is that we're reviewing. But it was really cool. I remember you guys both were just like, dude, yeah, I like this. This is a lot of fun, like not something that, it'd be something that we'd recommend, but we'd also, like you say, have in the rig and be using on the regular. So that was really cool to hear. Yeah, for sure. So, I mean, I will say it's probably the most exciting kite, or it's the best kite, I think. I hate to say best kite, but it's I think it's the most exciting kite that Slingshot's released probably in the last 5 years or so. I think the UFO's up there with that as far as kind of going out on a limb there. This one's kind of going after that market that's kind of been developed in the last couple of years, that 3-strut all-around kite. And for a V1 kite, I'll be honest, knocked it out the park right away. There's definitely a couple tweaks here and there that I would suggest to them to make, but as a V1 kite, thing's awesome. And that's, for V1 or version 1 of any kite from any brand, we maybe don't always expect a lot because they're still, working the kinks out of it. You're not sure how much time went into the R&D of it actually. And it sounds like they did put a ton of time in this, and it feels like they did. This seems huge. This is a 12 meter, and this thing's like, whoa, it's big. You know me. Yeah. You see me pack kites. You have your wetsuit and stuff.
I don't do a good job of packing kites, Johnson. You know that.
But it is cool that this bag is.
It's a nice bag. Yeah.
You can definitely fit a lot.
So it's
wanted to.
It's a top loader, so it actually it zips up from the straps.
Cool.
But yeah, no, it's a sweet bag. They did a great job with the fit and finish on everything. Kind of as far as performance characteristics of the kites go, I guess. Super light bar pressure. It pulls. It has pull, but it's the pull's coming from the center lines, and like you could feel the pull. Like yesterday I was riding, I was definitely way overpowered on 12 meters.
Frontline flyer.
Frontline flyer for sure. Some people like it, some people don't.
Yeah.
It still has good bar feel though. It's not a deadened feel in the flying lines. You can still have an idea of where the kite's at.
Sometimes, if you get such a heavy front line flyer, your outside lines can feel a little almost bouncy or spongy, like there's not a lot of tension there.
Yeah, it still feels fairly direct.
Cool.
I will say, with a lot of these kites that are frontline flyers, it does fly pretty far forward in the wind window, which is just a natural characteristic of what that does. So I did have a couple issues with stalling out in some weird tricks and some weird situations where it would fly a little bit further forward, or I'd be running too far downwind after it, and they would kind of have that stall moment.
Loop it quick.
So, but I mean, I kind of expect that with any kite that flies that much off the front lines. I mean, I get that with the Reach, I get that with the Elevate RS. Pretty much any kite in that category, I end up getting in that situation at some point. It doesn't matter whose kite it is.
So coming back at the recap, because you guys you shot that in the fall of last year. What do you want to convey about it right now? Like, what is like top 3 points in your mind where you're like, oh man, I used to think this, but now after flying it for a while.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think a lot of my opinion of it's changed totally. I do think though it's a great boosting, great all around kite. Fun. Any condition you throw out this thing, it's gonna rock it. And it's surprisingly a really good big air kite. It's lofty. It's I'd argue say
good hang time.
Good hang time. I'd say it's arguably one of the better hang time kites in this category, which makes sense to me because they developed it with their big air team a little bit. So they're using this right now kind of as their main big air kite. They have the machine in the lineup still. They're using that in some situations, but it seems like a lot of that team's gravitated more towards the Code.
Code's 3-strut.
Right? 3-strut all around, mid aspect shape, I'd say.
Sweet.
Yeah. No, I'm loving it. They are actually doing a really cool giveaway on it right now too. So if you shoot, I think they're doing like kind of testimonial style or whatever. Yeah, Slingshot is.
Yeah, cool.
If you shoot like a 1-minute testimonial on Instagram, tag them in it, and they're actually, I think they're giving away an 8-meter.
So yeah, if you've got a code, right? Or is it any Slingshot?
If you have a code, they want it to be like you've written it. Yeah, so they had their pro riders do kind of the same format style video. It's a 1-minute clip. Code testimonial including your best action shots as well with the code, so they'd like to include some B-roll of you actually riding.
Is it a 1-minute vertical, I'm guessing?
1-minute vertical, Instagram style. I mean, you can do horizontal on Instagram, but vertical, horizontal, that doesn't matter. Basically, they're going to pick a winner out of that batch of videos. Winner will receive a free Maneuver code. They're running that from the 17th of April through the 15th of May. It has to be posted on Instagram and tag the following at Slingshot Kites and use the hashtag #CrackTheCode.
Cool. And where can we find all those details?
You can find that all right on Slingshot's Instagram page.
And what's their handle?
Their handle is at Slingshot Kites.
You heard it here. All right. Get out there and hit your Insta.
So if you have one, I'd definitely do that for a chance.
Sure.
Why not get a free 8-meter code?
Free kites are good.
Free kites are the best price of a kite. But no, I mean, anybody looking at a kite in this category, I think the code's definitely one to consider still. If you're looking at a Reach, if you're looking at a Moto X, if you're looking at an Evo.
Good all-around free rider.
It's a good all-around free ride kite. It is on par with all of those kites in my opinion. It's really excited to see what the version 2 of this looks like because I think with a little bit of refinements, I think it might be one of the shining stars in that category.
What would you refine? What do you expect? Do you think? I mean, that's a loaded question.
It is. I mean, you liked it, I don't know. I liked it, but I mean, there's some of those stalling issues I noticed. That I would like
a back stall, or was it?
It wasn't a back stall. Just that
so far forward,
and kind of punch out of that power zone a little bit every once in a while. So I'd like to see that kind of tweaked out as well. I guess I'd almost like a little bit less off the front lines.
Sure. Bring a little bit more
back. Just a little bit more back, but I'm sure that's already something I could actually change just by messing with the settings on the kite itself. Personally, I never screw with kite settings. I
usually don't either.
Don't deal with it. It's one of those things. So I'm sure probably tweaking where the attachment point is on the wingtip, I could probably manipulate that a little myself. So
get a little more load to the back lines.
All
right, so this has been Aaron.
And Pat.
All right, we're here from Matt Kite. If you have any questions about Slingshot Code, feel free to reach out. We're always happy to help. And as Pat said, go to Slingshot's Instagram and submit your 1-minute vertical video for a chance to win a Slingshot Code of your very own.
Yeah, guys, get your hand on one of these codes. Try one out, demo one. You're going to fall in love with the kite.